And I'm Kelly Smart, the Executive Director, and I'm in Minnesota. And I'm joined with Neil Van Dyne, our co-founder and country director. And I think, number one, everyone wants to know about how our staff and our team are doing in Haiti with all of the unrest and everything in the news. So maybe you can start there, because I know that's on the forefront of everyone's mind.
Sure. Thanks, Kelly, and welcome, everybody. It's nice to be able to join today. The situation in Haiti is very difficult. The news is in some levels not exaggerating as it could, although most of the news is out of Port-au-Prince. Most of the gang activity is in Port-au-Prince. So in terms of our location in the rural areas and most of the areas we work, we aren't directly affected by the gang activity. What does affect us is the fact that the gangs control the capital city, which is where all the fuel and supplies come from for the country. So while our team is safe from a security perspective, they are being challenged by the economic factors that are implicated by the gangs. So, they're safe, they're healthy. We have not had a delivery in fuel in almost 2 months. So we're on our last week of fuel storage. Supplies continue to be difficult to obtain. So that's really the long, slow attrition of what's going on for our team rather than an immediate security threat.
Right. And so we've had a couple, emails from people who want to volunteer or help, or what do you think the immediate need is? I can answer for ourselves, but, people that want to come and help, and, what are the opportunities for that, or lack of opportunity?
Well, right now the whole country is isolated. There's no flights in or out of the country, other than some small charter flights are still going in and out. But for the most part, there's no commercial air traffic into or out of the country. So there's really no way for anyone to travel in or out right now. In fact, myself, I was fortunate to be on the last flight out. I guess fortunate or unfortunate, depending on how you see it. Since I want to be in Haiti, it was unfortunate for me that I was on the last flight out before everything shut down. So I've been unable to get back. I'm stuck in Florida right now, but I do hope to return on Tuesday. I have a flight set up for Tuesday, and I'll be back. Everybody else is waiting for flights to resume, and those dates keep rolling out for now. So the biggest challenge right now, that's the most acute crisis right now, is the inability to fly in the country, because for the last year or two, we've been having to fly our staff at different portions of the country. And that's a significant increase in cost, in our cost to operate. So, when people can go on motorcycles, that's obviously the cheapest way for us to get around. But when we're unable to do that, and have to fly them over the gang activity for their security purposes, that gets very expensive for us.
So it's World Water Day, and can you talk a little bit about, I think most people know what we do with water, and there continues to be millions of people in Haiti that don't have access to clean water. Right.
Yeah.
And we've changed a lot of that over the years, but we've also now grown what we're doing. Not only are we continuing to work with communities and wells and helping people get access to clean water, but we're also doing town water systems and working with leadership coaching. Can you talk a little bit about where Haiti is in the water crisis and what we're doing about it?
Yeah. Well, there's lots of stories about how bad the crisis is, and there's lots of different ways to tell it. But I think one of the most powerful stories I heard was just came out a week or two ago from one of the committee members in one of the communities that we work in. And this is a group of individuals that are in an area with very little water. The water is really far away for them. And they're a group of citizens dedicated to bringing water and developing that service in their community. And for the last year or two, they've been working to make sure that every house has a latrine and so on and so forth. And last week, one of the committee members was on a meeting with us, and he got on and shared that a new level of impact, certainly for me, where he came home from meetings and got home at 8 o'clock at night, and there was no water at the house. So he picked up 2 1-gallon jugs to be able to go to the nearest spring, the nearest source of water for his house, which was 4 hours away. He left his house at 8 o'clock at night, got there at midnight, and there was such a huge crowd there fighting over the water at midnight, in the middle of the night. He didn't get any water. He turned around and walked home, got home at 4 o'clock in the morning with no water. So when we talk about water having an impact on peace, it's those kind of situations. It's easy for those huge crowds fighting over a small water source miles away from where their houses are to be challenged and do that in an orderly fashion. So we talk about water being an avenue for peace. When water is available in quantities and quality that households need, it has a huge impact on the peace of a community or a nation. In terms of what Haiti Outreach has done, I think the secret sauce for us has been the development of our management and leadership model, as Kelly mentioned. When we talk about water infrastructure, being able to have water, when we talk about our house, we just walk up to a sink and turn it on. We don't really think about all the pipe that delivers that water to the house, or the pumps that push the water to the house, or the people and factories that are treating that water and making it potable for us to have in our house. So there's a huge amount of background infrastructure that needs to be managed in order to deliver that reliably. And since 2005, Haiti Outreach has cracked that nut. We've figured out how to deliver that and deliver it consistently. And in fact, despite all the challenges going on in Haiti, the 500 or 600 communities that Haiti Outreach has delivered water to continue to function. We've had a 90% success rate over the last 19 years, and that hasn't changed. So despite the gang activity, despite all the challenges that are going on, every community that we've served continues to have access to water. The Pion water system, where we've translated the management framework to delivering household water, continues to operate. It continues to operate despite it being run on a diesel generator. Unfortunately, I have to say that I think that might shut down in the next couple of days because of the unavailability of fuel. So we're facing the very real prospect of one of the water systems in the country going offline because of no fuel in that situation. But like Kelly said, transferring that leadership, transitioning from water to leadership and building the capacity of the country to manage and maintain its infrastructure is really the focus of where we're at.
And so we talk about developing Haiti, right?
Yeah.
So that Haiti would be a developed country, so that you and I basically want to lose our jobs, right? We don't want there to even be a Haiti Outreach. We want Haiti to be fully independent from any kind of NGO or relief agency, and they're on their own, thriving. So how, I know how this is, from how are we getting from today to that vision. I know how our team is doing that, but maybe you can speak a little bit about how that's happening.
Yeah. There's management and leadership challenges in Haiti are significant. And through the development of all these water supplies across the country and over the last 2 decades, we've discovered that there is a core set of language, a core set of words that help communities and individuals recognize the gaps in their leadership and help them create things in a way that's very, very different than the way they got created before. So the leadership training that Haiti Outreach provides is fantastic in that it not only works for an individual community, but for that if we're going to develop that service, we need oversight by the mayors. We need oversight by the elected officials. We need oversight by the National Water Agency. And all of those need to bring their keen leadership and management to bear too. So we're working on every level. We not only work with the individual communities and the committee members, like I said, but also on a national level with the National Water Agency and called DNIPA, the National Direction for Potable Water and Sanitation. So we've been working for the last couple of years to improve their leadership capacity and management capacity, bringing our lessons learned to their team across the country.
Yeah, awesome. So, I get a lot of questions like, what do you guys need right now? And we talked a little bit about, before everyone was on here, volunteering, but we have a financial need right now because gas is, I don't know, what is it up to now? 8 times?
Yeah, it's over $20 a gallon, $20 or $25 a gallon US.
Right. Yes. So even just to do our basic work is really expensive, and trying to keep our team hopeful and working and making sure everyone is healthy and safe is a high priority for ours. But I also just want to mention that we do have a financial need. Today's World Water Day, and every single dollar counts. So if you do feel led and inspired by the work that Neil and our whole team is doing, we would love if you would donate. And really, we look at it as an investment in the future of Haiti, right? Like we're not only doing short-term work, but also the long-term solution is really what we're about. And so do you want to say anything else more about like the short-term versus the long-term work
Sure.
that is unique to us?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most important distinctions that we have discovered is the difference between relief and development work, right? When we talk about development, it's really about developing a set of services within our community that we all contribute to and benefit from. So that might be a water system where it's bigger than what we can just do for my individual household. So my neighbors and I, or our village, has to come together to create something that's bigger than just what one house needs. The same thing exists for hospitals. How do we all come together and create a hospital so we can all have health care, or a school, or anything like that? Those joint conversations within a community, within a village, are all about developing new services for our community. Now, relief is very different than that. Relief occurs when those systems break down, when there's an earthquake, a hurricane, or a tornado, or a blizzard, or something that knocks those systems out of service. The electrical grid, the water system, the school system, the hospital system. When those things go offline, we need to jump into action and provide relief, whatever we have to do to keep people alive. And those two worlds are very, very different, because when you're providing relief, you need to be looking at and contributing to restoring those systems that got broken, and building those systems over is what makes it durable over time. Haiti's main challenge is that for 40 years, we've contributed to more and more and more relief. And there's been very, very little focus on development. So we have an entire country that's all about relief, providing this for free, and providing healthcare for free, and providing schools for free, providing water for free. And because all that stuff is free and it's all relief, there is no conversation around developing services. And I think that's where Haiti Outreach is very, very different, is that we focus on that development, that leadership component, and how does this become durable over time. So to me, it's a very important distinction, and one that we live by.
Right. Yeah, and that's where that investment in Haiti's future comes with supporting Haiti Outreach. And so in the last minute here, just to bring it back to water, because again, it's World Water Day, where it's a time. I mean, we work with water every single day. So, but it's time for the world to kind of say, wow, there is a lot of people on earth, and especially Haiti, that don't have clean water, don't have access to clean water. So we use water as a catalyst to talk about bigger issues in Haiti. So maybe using water, we are experts, and you're an expert in water and water engineering. How do we bring water into the conversation to use it as a catalyst for social change, to bring Haiti to development, to its next flourishing state?
Yeah, and I have to say that kind of occurred to us by accident, right? Honestly, that water, by its very nature, is universal. There isn't anyone that doesn't need water, and there's not anyone that doesn't need an improved water supply. So by beginning the conversation of developing water services within a community, it provides an opportunity for everyone in that community to participate. Which is different, because not everyone sees the need for healthcare. Not everyone sees the need for schools. Not everyone sees the need for roads. But everyone sees the need for water. And so for us, it's a huge win for a community to see all the neighbors, everyone participating in that conversation, and introducing the conversation around leadership and management and paying for service, and this being a service available for the community, tying that with water and sanitation and hygiene, because they are all tied together. So for us, that's really the key thing. And like I said, we stumbled upon it by accident, simply because of our water expertise. But to me, the true value is water's ability to bring everyone to the table.
Yeah, and have that conversation of a community-led discussion of how are we going to transform.
Yeah, because those are difficult conversations to have, right? The poverty of the commons. We're not very good as humans at managing our communal resources. Everything from our water system in our community to our school district and how much we pay in taxes, or global warming, which is our biggest communal resource, right? How do we take care of the earth? So, we as humans have not been very good at that. So we need a strong incentive to drive us to the table and have that joint conversation as neighbors.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Neil. Great to see you. And happy World Water Day. Thank you, everyone who joined us. And if you have questions, this will be posted online, so you can do that, or you can always email us. So thank you, Neil. Have a great day. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Merci beaucoup, tout le monde. Thank you.